Hello everyone, my name is Matt Mitchell and I am the Vice President of Industrial for Westfield Development Company. Westfield is a local Denver-based and Denver Metro-focused developer and operator of primarily commercial real estate projects. I will be presenting our proposal to develop a 10.6-acre parcel of land adjacent to the MedVet Autoplex into a Class A industrial logistics facility. This aerial depicts the site located between Parkman and Oak Street, just north of the I-70 frontage road between the Ward and Kipling exits on I-70. The site is currently used as seasonal grazing pasture for John Medved's bulls and is only improved with perimeter barbed wire fencing and a livestock shelter in disrepair. It was most recently the subject of a rezone case in 2005 when the city approved an ODP designating the property as a planned commercial development with the purpose of expanding the MedVet Autoplex with an additional auto dealership and related warehouse for parts distribution and auto service that was never developed. We are proposing to rezone the site to a planned industrial development to facilitate the construction of a single Class A industrial logistics facility consisting of 142,200 square feet, with the goal of delivering a high-quality, aesthetically pleasing building to an undeveloped site that will provide employers the much-needed space to create local job opportunities for residents. The project will be a speculative development with no specific end user in mind at this time. However, the intention is to provide, again, a highly functional modern industrial building that will accommodate businesses of varying sizes and would largely target users that need logistics space that can be utilized for distribution, light manufacturing and assembly, showroom, sales floor, wholesale operations, as well as service and supplier-oriented businesses. Here you see the current ENVISION Wheat Ridge Comprehensive Plan. The site is drawn in the employment district as an industrial employment use. The plan lists the intended uses for this district as light manufacturing, storage, warehouse, and other industrial-related uses. As such, our ODP, as a planned industrial development, is based on the industrial employment zoning standards with a few modifications to provide for certain efficiencies and functional design elements that are required for large-scale Class A industrial logistics facilities like our proposed development to be successful. You can see here that our proposed planned industrial development is compatible with the surrounding uses that are planned industrial developments themselves to our east, to the north, and IE to the north, and ag use, including an Xcel Energy substation to our northwest, and commercial, that is the MedVet Autoplex to the west across Parkman Street. We believe our proposed development will provide much needed and severely underserved industrial space in the city for the growth of the local business community and the creation of new job opportunities. General rule of thumb in industrial today is that 900 square feet of new industrial space equates to roughly one new job. In that ratio at this building, that would equate to as many as 150 new jobs for the city. And those job types could be a wide range of business entrepreneurs, wholesalers, engineers, sales team, craftsmen, service providers, with potential pay ranges anywhere from minimum wage to 6 figures plus. The buildings would have mixed use employment. They would have office components, some warehouse, some light manufacturing and assembly, again, depending on who the end users end up being. And then it would also significantly increase the tax revenue for the city. So as an undeveloped parcel of land in 2018, the total tax bill was $19.18. And we estimate that in 2022 and beyond, at fully assessed valuation, our real estate tax revenue to the city would be $375,000 a year. So to further demonstrate our intent with the proposed development, I want to provide some recent developments Westfield has delivered in the metro area and talk through our actual experience with these. So first is Hub 25, a 4-building, 420,000 square foot park we built in 2017. It's located at the junction of I-25 and I-76 with very prominent frontage on I-25. It ended up leasing to 9 tenants, 3 of which were showroom wholesale users, 3 were light manufacturers, and 3 were distribution and fulfillment users. That job created about 300 jobs, and that equates to 1 job per 1,400 square feet. Additionally, the design of those buildings won the 2017 National Tilt Up Achievement Award in the warehouse distribution category. is PECOS Logistics Park, also in Adams County, off of PECOS Street, just south of the PECOS exit on I-76. It's a 7-building master planned industrial logistics park that'll total 1.14 million square feet at completion. We'll deliver the first 4 buildings in 2021, and I've already leased 2 of the buildings, pre-leased them to users. Building 7, we leased to a sales, marketing, and distribution user, that is Pepsi. And the second building we leased to a wholesaler and distributor of auto parts. Building 7 alone, housing corporate marketing, corporate sales staff in their office component, and then distribution of finished product in the warehouse, created over 350 jobs. That would be 1 job per 810 square feet. Again, the aesthetics of this park builds on the award-winning design at Hub 25, but brings more architectural detail and increased amount of storefront glass. So our proposed development brings this same award-winning design and market-leading functionality to this site in Wheat Ridge. The building is designed for the main facade of the building to front on Parfit Street, but it will offer an elevated glass line and architectural design on the south end of the building for a first-class curb appeal along the West I-70 frontage road. The loading side of the building would then front on Oak Street, facing the existing industrial buildings east of Oak Street, but screened and buffered by a 40-foot setback with ample landscaping. With any logistics facility, the flow of traffic and primarily truck trips is always a key concern. In this case, with the guidance of the planning department of the city, we've decided to orient our building to put our loading on Oak Street because it will focus the path of our truck trips onto West 50th Avenue to get to and from the property from the Kipling exit on I-70. This path is the existing truck corridor for the employment district, providing safe and efficient ingress and egress from the project that will work with the current alignment as well as the future alignment and design for the Kipling exit. In addition to the economic benefit that our proposed project would create in the way of jobs and increased tax revenue, the project will also design, construct, and fund at significant cost to the development a number of public infrastructure items that will benefit the city and our neighbors. The Ridge Road tributary, which conveys regional stormwater for Arvada and Wheat Ridge from the regional pond to the northwest into the Arvada channel, will be piped and undergrounded to a fully enclosed system, creating a safer and maintenance-free conveyance versus the open ditch that exists on the site today. We will also extend the Arvada Channel regional stormwater system through to the west side of the site to be ready for further extension when the city has the opportunity. The Bayou Ditch, which exists as an open ditch on site, will likewise be piped and undergrounded for a safer and more maintenance-free condition that meets their water decree and design requirements today. With regard to street improvements, the project would further the development of the city's transportation structure plan by extending West 50th Avenue across the north end of the site. We are proposing to dedicate 18 feet more of our frontage along Oak Street on the east side of the property than is required to widen Oak Street to a 40-foot wide ultimate street section that will not only provide the safe and efficient access and turning radius that our trucks will need, but will also benefit our planned industrial development and industrial employment user neighbors to our east and north that rely on Oak Street. We will also provide curb gutter and sidewalk along Parfit, Oak, and the 50th Avenue extension where none has previously existed. With regard to landscaping and buffer zones, we hired an arborist to inventory the trees existing on the site today. He determined that all are either invasive species such as Russian olives and Siberian elms, or are not healthy and viable long-term like the cottonwoods along Oak Street. Our ODP does provide for existing trees to be replaced at a 2-to-1 ratio with new trees of desirable species for shade, canopy, screening, and quality. Code requires a minimum of 65 on-site trees. We have provided 101 plus 11 street trees in the extended 50th Avenue right-of-way. With regard to landscape buffers provided, we are providing for a minimum 15-foot landscape buffer along Parfit Street. And then at our northwest corner, code requires either a 6-foot solid fence with a hedge or a 15-foot wide landscape buffer. Our design provides both a 15-foot buffer and a continuous hedge with a 6-foot solid fence. And then again, on our east side of the property on Oak Street, where the loading of the building will be, we are proposing a 40-foot landscape setback with ample trees and hedges to screen the loading and utility side of the building. We've taken great care to design and orient our proposed building in a manner that will be compatible with and complementary to our neighboring properties. We hope and we anticipate that the proposed development will be a valuable asset to the city, bringing an award-winning design to a prominent western entry gateway location in Wheat Ridge, providing increased tax revenue, public infrastructure improvement, and much needed space for the business community to grow and create new job opportunities in the city. Thank you for your time and for your consideration.